Hello, my friends. What an incredible time we're going through. I don't know what you're going through right now, and I don't want to make assumptions about what you're going through. I just want to encourage you, wherever you are, whatever you are experiencing right now, to pay attention to your mind and your physical and emotional well being. We are so focused on our physical bodies and judging our physical bodies, and we don't give enough import to our emotional body. And that's one of the great values in learning to meditate, learning to sit in silence, practicing prayer, is that when you learn to sit in a quiet space, when you sit in your own chair, like you meet yourself with your own body, and you learn to notice your breathing, your breath in and your breath out. There's a chemical experience that happens in your mind, in your brain, that allows you to start to de-stress and allows your heart rate and your blood pressure to decrease a bit. But most importantly, it allows you to become present emotionally and physically with your body, with your mind body. And let's try it. So get very comfortable wherever you are. Find a seat, find a chair. You can sit on the floor. I love being on the floor and being grounded that way. But if you're not comfortable, just sit on a chair and try to lengthen your spine. And you can do that by, just pulling the shoulders back so the shoulder blades press together a bit, and press your lower body into the chair. So you're really grounding yourself in your lower body and you're lengthening your torso. And as you breathe in, lengthen your spine as though you're pulling it through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, do it slowly and softly. Your mouth can be open. Allow your stomach to expand, just gently. This is not an aggressive move. You're going to breathe in through both nostrils. And as you do that, your stomach expands. And then once you have completed that in-breath, maybe the lips go up a little bit in a smile. And gently, you can open the mouth, gently release that exhalation. And the belly will recede towards the navel, and the navel will recede towards the spine. And just keep on doing it. And the reason it matters is that there's a physiological response that your body has to the breath getting reduced, to um, learning to pay attention in a moment on purpose to yourself. This world is so fast. We are moving so quickly. There's so much information coming at us, seeping into us. We're so impacted by other people, by other people's values, their actions, their ideas, their thoughts, as our thoughts and ideas impact other people. And we need to calibrate that. We need to pull back from that and find out, what is it that we think? What is it that we value? What is it that we care about? And when you sit, noticing your breath in, breathe in. Maybe don't open the mouth this time. Just keep the mouth closed and then exhale through the nostrils. And again, breathe in, spine becomes long. Breathe out. And when you do that in a systematic way, on purpose, with consciousness, your body and your mind body responds. And there's another instinct and intuition that grows inside of you called awareness. And awareness is wise. Awareness is what so many of our brothers and sisters who are suffering from the disease of addiction, from the diseases of anxiety and stress, they need this. We all need to learn to pay attention to the awareness and the wisdom inside of us. And every one of us has it. Every one of us is born with this capability to run when there's an emergency, and to also to soothe ourselves and to calm ourselves. If only we could learn, if only we can teach it to one another, so that we aren't drawn in to places where we are made to feel less, where we feel like we have to become something else in order to be valuable. You are valuable as you are. You were born valuable. You were born with purpose and skill and capacity for amazement. Every single 7.8 billion peoples, humans have that same capability. And for those of us who come before those who are not yet born, or those who are just being born, our job is to love people, see the greatness and the light in them, and help to raise that up and out of them, to coach and show them how to value and love and see themselves as worthy. We are meant to be integrated as human beings. That's why we have such an impact on one another. That's why we can influence one another in such a profound way. Because we're social beings. Right now as we move through this pandemic, so many people are suffering from loneliness and feeling dislocated from other human beings, from their friends, from their loved ones, from their family members. And the dislocation is because we have a biological need to be connected. But we have to be weary of connection. Not every connection is good. Not every connection is going to validate our humanity. I want to encourage you, wherever you are, whatever you are suffering right now, if you could take a moment to create a space for yourself, a space where your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, can become long, a space where your torso can expand and take up lots of space, a place where your belly and your navel can push out into the sides, a space where your lower body can be grounded, a space where your inhalation can be cultivated and you can draw that inhalation in. Draw it in. And then gently, as though you are tuning the most beautiful instrument, which is you, allow that exhalation to wander its way out of you. And breathe in. And then let that breath sit and just nurture it in you. Let your stomach expand. Let your chest become wide. And then when you can't hold it any longer, allow the exhalation to wander softly out of you. And just keep that breath coming in and keep that breath going out. And as you do that, keep noticing. Keep noticing your in-breath. Keep noticing your out-breath. There's so many people who are going to tell us that that's not important, that learning to sit in silence isn't valuable. It's doing nothing. So contraire. It is doing everything. Because when we learn to become present with ourselves, with our spine, with our torso, with our lower body grounded and rooted to the earth, to the floor, to the bed, to the chair, the mind becomes calm. The mind can become thoughtful from the inside. An inner quiet rises, and then we can notice patterns, habits, behaviors that we exhibit, that we inhabit. But here's the thing. We notice it without judgment. We notice it from the position of compassion. So in this moment, allow your hands to, if your legs are crossed, allow your hands to fall to your knees or your thighs. Lift up your chest as you take a position of dignity to greet yourself. Roll the shoulders left and right, to the sides and back. Bring them forward and then back. Take a deep and kind breath in and lengthen here. And allow the breath, 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath, hold that 2.